guys, Darius here with a new tutorial, and this one's going to be a beginner tutorial. So we're going to be making this thing here today. So it's this guy in a suit, briefcase, and he's kind of walking on this road which leads to some steps, which leads to some portal. And there's some spacey things going on in the background behind the road and stuff. So let's see how we can do this. It's not hard and it's not gonna take that long, so let's hop into it. So I'm just going to unhide my layers and stuff, and I'm going to just group them together. Yeah. And I'm going to hide this. You know, we're gonna start from scratch. We're not gonna bother with anything else. So for the road, I kind of use the texture. You can use any textures. Some of the stocks, well, 90% of the stocks that we're going to be using today are from Shutterstock. So I can't give you the stocks, guys. I'm sorry. Except one, the stairs. But the rest, like, it's really easy. Just Google stuff. Shutterstock. So I have this texture here with sort of like a brush metal. But you can also use rock, you know, or an actual stock of an actual road. So in this image here, I used the brush metal one, you know, because I like the look. I don't know, it just felt right. And this one here, right? But in this one, I think I'm gonna use the road. So I'm gonna show you first how to use a normal texture to make the road. So it's really easy. Just copy this, you know, import this image into your thing here, into your image, right? Into your canvas. The image size is 1080, width and height 1439, something weird like that, you know, because I cropped this from a 1080p wallpaper size. So just import your image. And you're gonna have the square, right? And you're just gonna zoom out a bit. And with your stock here, it's transformable now. You know, I can make it bigger, smaller, whatever. Right click and select perspective, and grab one of the corners here while holding Shift, and click with your mouse and drag. And as you can see, it's making like a plane. And you're gonna grab this point here too, and you're gonna sort of like point it like that, and you're gonna drag this texture down. Make sure that your texture is pretty high resolution, so you're not gonna get any low quality stuff. Let me see here. For this image, you know, I can just grab this road with my polygonal lasso tool and select it. You know, and just select this area, grab this image here. There we go. And I can just paste it inside and do the perspective thing. And as for the elements, you know, I could just remove them from the background. I should have used the road stock, you know, from the beginning, but yeah, let's just forget this one and just stick with the brush metal. Now we're gonna add a background, you know, with the color correction and stuff. I'm gonna do that at the end. So I'm gonna add the background, which is this image here. So this is sort of like a galaxy nebula kind of thing going on. If you go on DeviantArt, you can search for nebulas and find them really easily. So I'm gonna copy this and paste it inside of Photoshop behind the road. So I'm gonna call this road, yeah, and just paste it behind the road. I'm gonna color code the road to gray, and I'm gonna color code the background image to blue, since you know, color coding. And now right click and convert to smart object. Convert your image to a smart object, so you can edit it. It will be automatically a smart object if you drag it directly onto your canvas like this, but I just copy pasted it from here, so same thing. So I'm just gonna resize it right now. I'm gonna hold Shift and drag a corner, you know, and kind of resize it and put it how I want it, you know. There we go. So this guy is kind of going through to this portal thingy which we're gonna get in a second. So the next step is to import our steps. So these are the steps. They are from Tina Louise UK.deviantart.com, and this is an unrestricted stock, so you can also use it for commercial purposes and stuff. Just just giving credit, because credit where it's due. So we're just gonna copy this part here without the copyright and the original image, and I'm going to go and paste it into Photoshop and right click and convert it to a smart object. A smart object basically allows you to edit the image without losing quality, if you resize it. So now I put it on top of the road, so I'm gonna call it stairs. Make sure to label your stuff, and I'm gonna color code them to green because it has green stuff on it. Press Ctrl T and hold Shift and resize it, so it sort of fits the width of the road, but like in the background, not too much. Let me see here if we got a nice angle. There we go. I'm just gonna rotate it just a tiny little bit. No, should I do a perspective kind of thing? Let me drag this down a bit, and this too. Okay, that seems right. Okay, so these are the stairs. In the original image, I put it further in the background. Actually, I'm just gonna make it smaller. Why the hell not? We make the rules. So it's gonna be sort of like this, a bit bigger. And press enter. Now, obviously, there are a lot of stuff you can do. A lot of elements you can add to this image, right? Like I just kept it really minimal. You can also add, like, I don't know, a castle or something. The guy going on a gravel road. You can add some buildings on the side, for example. Some clouds, walking on the clouds to some sort of city. I don't know. Just be creative. I'm just showing you the basic steps. This is really easy, really simple to do. So we're gonna add some shadow right over here. Just a tiny bit of shadow, on the road. Just gonna make another layer called road shadow, and I'm gonna just simply select the area where when I want the shadow. I'm gonna select my polygonal lasso tool and sort of select this shape here, so it fits the stairs here. See the shape? Let me just hide the row so you see it. This one here. And once you have the shape selected, you can go ahead and grab a soft brush, a decent sized soft brush, but not too big. Hardness 0% with black, and just slightly put some color over here. Wait, I gotta put the road shadow on top of the road. So it's under the stairs, but on top of the road. And I'm just gonna add this shadow here. Really subtle. Don't want to go really haywire with this one. There we go. That seems about right. And just a bit more, so I can lower the opacity. So once you got this, is a bit too much, so just lower the opacity a bit. There we go. So it kind of blends in with the road. Now we're gonna add the guy. The guy is this stock image here. So we're just gonna select him. We're going to grab our just to do a quick rough selection. You can be more precise with the whatchamacallit, the pen tool. Quick selection tool. Brush size 5, 7 for me, maybe more. Let's go for, let me see here. Okay, 22 pixels. Google for like people stocks or something on Google or something on DeviantArt. DeviantArt has a lot of human stocks. Okay, so I'm just clicking and selecting. I have the plus here selected. If you hold Alt, it will change into a minus, and you can deselect stuff, as you can see. And don't mind if there are areas that the software didn't select, because we're going to deselect them with the lasso tool. So I'm just gonna like move around here and see if we miss something. See, like over here, this is not a problem. The shoe, definitely the shoe. Let's grab that one. There we go. Photoshop doing its awesome work. This is why I love Photoshop. It just works Just nothing to say really, just works. So now we got a selection around the guy, but let's remove a few things. So I'm gonna grab my lasso tool and select this option here, which is I think subtract. Yeah, subtract from selection. But you can also add to selection. Select this option here, and if you hold Alt, it would change into a minus. Select this one here, it's better. Add it to selection. Now hold Alt, rotate the mouse wheel. That's how I'm zooming in and out. Can you hear the mouse wheel? I'm holding Alt and rotating. If you want to move around the picture, hold the space bar and just drag the image. And now just gently select this thing here, you know. I'm gonna just select the sides that are going to be going out. Oh my god, totally fail. Hold Alt so it turns into minus, and I'm gonna select this area again, and it will remove it from the selection. There we go. Don't have to be super accurate. And we got some area here. Hold Alt, keep holding Alt, and to mask out the background, you know. We just want the guy. Oh, something is wrong here. We're gonna need the plus this time, so I'm gonna select this area here gently so we can add it to our image. I'm gonna move down, and I'm going to deselect this area here. Whoops, I think yep. Hold Alt and drag this down just like this. There we go. Let's see if we missed something. Okay, the hand here. Let me just I think it works with the selection tool. Yeah, there we go. That works. It's fine. Okay, let me see. The ears are good. Okay, so once you're done making your selection of the guy, simply press on the add a mask thing here, and as you can see, it masks the guy out. And now we gotta check the guy for errors, you know. So I'm gonna make a new layer on top, put it on the bottom, and this is gonna be our background. To check, hold select your paint bucket tool by pressing G, and you know it's there. Select dark gray, you know, not completely black, and put it in the background. So now we can check, you know, for errors. Like, see, we can definitely see some stuff going on here. It's not good. We're not gonna lose the quality of the image, you know. So what you're gonna do now is click on the mask here, double click it, and select mask edge. And you're gonna use these settings. I mean, I'm gonna use these settings because it fits for this piece, and it makes it just looks better, you know. See, it just looks good. Basically, shift edge just shifts the edge, you know. There we go. See how that cleaned up? Really smooth. You can add some feather if you want to, not too much. Oh my god, don't play with the feather too much, just tiny bit, 0.7% or something. Smart radius, this is for mostly for hair, you know, and edge detection and stuff. I don't need it for this guy. Okay, the output is to new layer, and make sure you turn on decontaminate colors and put it pretty high up, but just not too much. And don't shift the edge to 100% unless it's really needed, and I need it in this case. For this guy, you're probably not going to do it. Again, if you want more precise selections, use your pen tool. Okay, I'm gonna press OK, and as you can see, we have the guy on a new layer here. Really clean. See, there's the mask, the layer with the mask and the original, and this is the guy here on another layer. So I'm gonna press Control A and Control C to select the guy and copy him. So I'm just gonna close this thing here. I don't need it. You know, extra tabs just makes my Photoshop slower. So, and I'm gonna paste him inside on top of the stairs. So this is the guy. I'm gonna right click and convert to a smart object so I can resize him non-destructively. Gonna press Control T on the keyboard, yeah, and bring up the transform panel, hold shift, drag the corner, and make him smaller, you know. I don't know, about this size, I guess. Just a bit lower here. I think it was like this in the original image. Let me check really quick. Let me see here. Yeah, it's pretty much just like that. Yep, actually it's exactly like that. Okay, so next step, we're going to add the shadow from the guy, you know. I'm gonna call this guy. There we go, press enter. Make a copy of him. And this is gonna be the shadow guy's shadow. The one, the guy under, you know, the copy that's under. You're gonna press Control T while having it selected, and you're gonna drag this top middle thing. You're gonna drag it down, and it's gonna create like a reflection. You know, oh, a good idea. Here's a creative idea. Use water, you know, here, so you can add reflections here, and you can add some ripple filter here, which is gonna give it a nice watery effect. So he's in space, walking on water, going through these stairs to a portal. See, yeah, we can be creative. We can be creative. So I'm just gonna move this a bit up, just like that. There we go. So this is gonna be his shadow. You know, I stretched it a bit, so it's not exactly like the guy. So let me stretch it just a bit more, just like this, because it's a shadow. You know, since the light's gonna be in the middle here, it's gonna be shining on the guy. So yeah. Now just make a new layer on top of the guy's shadow, or no, screw that, rasterize the layer. We can work destructively with the shadow. So yeah, just right click, since it's a smart object, and then rasterize layer, so we can destructively edit it. Now you're gonna press this button here while having the shadow selected, the shadow layer, lock transparent pixels, grab your brush tool, and select pitch black, and brush on top of the shadow. And as you can see, we're just painting inside of the shadow. Now lower the opacity. Yeah, go to unlock the transparent pixels, go to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. Just don't use too much, just a tiny bit, like 2, 3, 4, you know, pixels. And then go to filter, blur, and then motion blur. So we're gonna put this to 90 degrees and lower it. Jesus Christ, why is it that much? Distance in my case is 36, but just don't exaggerate, like not this, but just a tiny bit more, you know, so you can see the motion blur. There we go. This seems to work. And now you're gonna have to move the shadow just a bit up. So grab your move tool, right, and just move it a bit up, so it's like right under his feet. And now you're gonna just add a mask to the shadow. Select your brush tool, black, small size, and just erase what's on top of his shoes right here. So there you go, we have our shadow going on there. We gotta apply some color correction, but let's just finish up touching up our portal here. So to make a portal, yeah, a portal, it's really easy. Just make a new layer on top of the stairs, and select your elliptical marquee tool and drag it down like just like this, and then select your brush tool. Oh no, your paint bucket tool. Select white or whatever color you want to make your portal. I'm gonna select this bright blue and fill it in. Now deselect. You can press Control D to deselect, or select deselect. Now grab your rectangular marquee tool and slice it in half. Select the half and press delete, and you have our portal. We're just gonna press Control T and just play around with it, you know, make it smaller, bigger, just to fit the width of our stairs, and make it look like a portal, you know, just like this. You can also go for a round portal, but well, this is sort of like a gate, so I guess you can also use a gate stock, you know. There we go. So now you're gonna make gonna call this portal. Now what you're gonna do is make a copy of the portal. Go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and just add a tiny bit of Gaussian blur, you know, just to make it more mystical and stuff. And now make a copy of the Gaussian blur. Go to filter, blur, and then motion blur, and just go wild with this one, you know, just a bit more, so it goes on the stairs too, so you can definitely see it, you know. See, there we go. And let me see, can I put this Gaussian blur? Let me put it on let me change some blending modes here. I think you can put it on screen or color dodge. Color dodge. What about this one? This is the one, color dodge. Screen maybe. Sure, let's have it on screen. Oh, overlay could also work. Oh, there we go, overlay. Okay, so the one that we did with the motion blur, put on overlay, so we kind of got some blue stairs going on here. That looks good. That looks good. I'm pretty satisfied with it. In the background, you can also add let me call this BG background. You know, you can also add this some galaxy kind of stock. You know, just play around. It can be anything in the background. You know, it can be a some mountains, it can be space like I'm doing now. And yeah, I'm just gonna use this stock, you know, from this Shutterstock. This is a galaxy, not sure which one, but whatever, it's a galaxy. And I'm gonna put this on on overlay, and just lower the opacity and put it like just so that it shows just a little bit. 17%, right? 17%. So you can definitely see there's a vortex going on to the gate. This annoys me here. Let me just move the portal a bit down so it covers that white spot that I don't like, and just erase if there's something in the way, you know, like grab your eraser tool. No, add a mask. Let's work non-destructively. Add a mask, and let's select black and a tiny brush so we can just show these bushes going over the portal here. There we go. That looks fantastic. Should I make the portal white or something? Not sure. Well, we'll see how it looks in the end. Let me just color the road, you know, and the stairs. So to color, you just select the stairs and add this color balance. Right click and add a clipping mask. You know, clip the color balance to the stairs so you're only affecting the stairs. And select tone, midtones, and turn down the cyan here. Go to the cyan. See how it turns the stairs a bit blue, and just pump up the blue just a tiny bit here. Just a tiny bit. Probably some green inside. So more of the cyan inside, you know, of the predominant color. Like the blue is definitely the color that's dominating here, so just make sure to add more blue on the stairs. A bit of blue here, so if I go to the yellow, you know, it's going to add more yellow, obviously, so more blue, more blue. Plus 11 should work here. And the green, you can also add green, you know, but just try not to exaggerate with your color correction. And now I'm going to do the same thing. You hear the birds. There's birds going on around me. So we're gonna copy the color balance, and we're gonna copy it and put it down to the road, and you're gonna right click and select create clipping mask. And this, we created the color balance, the same color correction we added to the road, but we can change things. Like if the road definitely has another texture going on around here, it's different than the stairs, so we can just add a bit more blue here, a bit more cyan, a bit more green, definitely, no, a bit less. Okay, so now we gotta add some levels because the road is way too bright. So make a new layer, a new levels layer, and clip it to the road again. So we got a color balance layer here and a levels balance here, a levels layer here, levels adjustment layer. So we're gonna turn down the darks here, just make it darker a bit, and the midtones also. Now this may differ, it depends on whatever stock you're using for the road. This isn't my brush metal thing going on here. And what I do is just add a bit of output levels here, because the blacks are not going to be completely black, you know, I don't want them to be completely black. Let me show you, let me see how this before it was really completely black, pitch black. If I add it, you know, it just makes it brighter. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit. I don't like pitch black, I just don't. And just darken the road by dragging this output levels white one here. There we go. You can also add some highlights just like this. So see, we got some sort of light going on there, and the darker areas here in the bottom. Let's add some levels to the stairs too. So new levels, adjustment layer, right click, create clipping mask, and sort of play around. It'll make this darker. Definitely. Add a bit of output levels, make this darker here with the button. Midtones, play around them. There we go. Okay, that looks good. But I feel like the shadow here is a bit too weird, so I'm going to select the shadow of the road, and I'm going to select the bigger size. I'm going to lock the transparent pixels, so I'm going to change the color of it to the shadow that's over here. So I'm going to hold Alt, and while having the brush selected, the eyedropper tool just appears, and I can sample the shadow color from over here. and I'm gonna just put it on top here. There we go. And I'm gonna just increase the opacity a bit. Let me see how it looks on full. Let me see if I can sample some green from around here. There we go. This looks like a good shadow, just a bit darker. There we go. Okay, so this is sort of like dark blue. That looks good. That looks very good. So now we gotta do the same thing with the guy. We're going to actually play with the guy a bit. Kinky. Make a color balance layer on top of him, right click and create clipping mask, and play with this thing, you know, add the cyan and the blue and the green just a bit. And now we need the levels, so add the levels, create a clipping mask again, and do the same operation again. So just a tiny bit of darks here, mid-tones, make it darker, a bit of highlights here, add some of this output levels, and make the guy a bit darker with by dragging this white part here. The guy has to be some sort of like the darkest side. Okay, so there we go. So these are the settings, you know, that I use for the guy, in case you guys want to copy them or something, but it's gonna be different for every piece. And now what you're gonna do is you're going to make another layer on top of the guy, right click and create clipping mask, and now you're going to select white and brush around the guy. So sort of give it a smaller size brush, hardness 0%, and I would usually use the tablet for this, but you can also do it with the mouse. So I'm just gonna brush on the guy, you know, like where light would hit, like light's coming from the portal, you know, so it's kind of hitting on the guy's face and shoulders and whatever. I've got some on here, on the hand, on the briefcase, so I'm going down on the briefcase just like this. There we go. On the shoes, definitely on the shoes, and a bit on the pants. Whoops, not too much. That's way too much. You know, and here, inside here, you know, and here too, on the hands just a bit. There we go. Definitely some going on around here. So this is just to add a bit of highlights, you know, so there we go. Okay, there's a bit too much here, so I'm gonna grab my eraser tool and just whoops, bigger size, and bigger size here, hardness 0, and just gonna kind of remove where it's too much, you know, it's like here on the head, on the hand, definitely it's too much there. Okay, so see how I made some sort of soft kind of light on him. Now I'm gonna lock transparent pixels, and I'm going to just play around and see what color fits. I assume, you know, since the color here, the main color is blue, then I'm gonna use blue. So let me check out while sampling this color here. Hold Alt, sample the color from your portal, and try adding it. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. I like that. I'm gonna keep that one. And now you just play with the blending mode and see what's good. Let me see here. Lighten looks good. Color dodge, overlay. What about overlay? I kind of like color dodge, so I'm just gonna lower the opacity just a tiny bit, you know. There we go. So 84%, so it's not too much. And now I'm going to what can we do now? I kind of want to play with the portal here. Let me see if I missed something. So just gonna check the other piece, you know. And okay, so we definitely got the vortex going on, the road, the guy with the briefcase, the lighting, the portal. That's good. We got the basics here going on. Okay, I'm going to show a bit more of the vortex, you know, the galaxy, so it shows more. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a new layer on top of everything. Whoops, let me just ungroup this. Gonna make the vortex a bit more visible. Gonna make a layer on top. Gonna select color dodge and just lower the opacity quite a bit. And select a big soft brush. Well, you know, big enough for your canvas. Hardness 0, soft brush, regular soft brush with the blue. And let's add some color. Let's add some blues around here. Let's add definitely stuff going on here on the on the steps, you know, so just wash that thing out. Lower the opacity. There we go, just like that. I'm just undoing, you know, really quick in case I've messed up. I kind of like this. I like this on the portal, you know, it just shines. And I'm gonna select a way bigger one, like 1000 something pixels. You know, this is good. And I'm gonna put this on overlay. And let me see if I can okay, there we go. The road. It's a bit way okay. That's a bit too much. Let me go on the road. I'm gonna put the what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna put it under on the road here. There we go. I'm gonna clip the mask, you know, so we're gonna call this road highlights. Road highlight. Highlight, sure, there we go. And just click once here, which are blue, you know, this is the color of the portal, and it's on overlay. The layer's on overlay 100%, so lower the opacity. It's a bit too much, you know, you don't want to exaggerate. So we got the guy over here, and now we're going to do the last step, which is going to be make a new layer on top of everything, and then go to image, apply image. Okay, so this is the entire image is on one layer, and now you can add filters. You know, you can play around with the default filters, but there's one that you should have in Photoshop. I think every version has it as far as I know. It's the camera raw filter. This is for photography, you know. People usually use this for photography, but we're going to use it to edit and color correct and sort of tone our image. So I'm going to play around with the temperature. I'm going to lower it a bit and just add a bit of green inside. The exposure, I'm just going to lower it a bit. More contrast for the blacks. The highlights, I'm going to sort of tone them down a bit. Shadows, let me see here, just pump the shadows a bit up. The whites, not too much because it's gonna just like make them too bright. Wow. There we go. So I kind of like the portal over there. There we go. The blacks, pump up the blacks a bit. And you're gonna want to add quite a bit of clarity here. There we go. So really makes the detail stand out. Let me see here, vibrance, maybe just a little bit. Just don't play that with it too much with it. You know, a bit of sharpening. Obviously, sharpening is really important. Makes it nice and crisp. And the effects, you can add some grain. Some grain is really nice. Just a tiny bit, not too much. 12 should do. And some post-crop vignetting. You know, this is more for pictures and stuff. You can add white vignette or black vignette. So I'm just gonna add. Oh, this looks nice. With just the guy, you know, this looks cool. Huh. I might just leave it like this. Okay. Okay, let's. This is good. The vignette is good. I like this. It looks very minimal. I like this. Okay, so this was before. See, and this is with the camera raw. So you can also replicate these effects really easily. So in camera raw there was exposure, right? So click here and add an exposure and lower the exposure, and there's a contrast, brightness and contrast, and increase the contrast. So see, this is exact same things, but it would just take so long, you know, when you have all the tools at your disposal in camera raw. Okay, so this is it. This is the image at the end. I think it came out really nice. It's really quick. It's nothing super big. So I hope you enjoyed. Totally messed that up. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Like, subscribe, favorite, share, and check out the links in the description. You will have the stairs. The stairs are there in the description. Make sure to check that out. Follow me on Twitch. There's also links to Twitch in the description. And check out onecanvas.net. It's the official community that I made for everyone. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next tutorial. Peace.